Number 10. The Portuguese Empire. Founded by John I in 1415, Portuguese Empire is one of the longest-lived empires in world history. It existed for almost 6 centuries, from the capture of Ceuta in 1415 to the handover of Portuguese Macau to China in 1999. Portugal had colonies stretching all the way from Brazil to Japan. At its peak, this empire controlled 10.4 million square kilometers. Number 9. The Yuan Dynasty. The Yuan Dynasty was a successor state to the Mongol Empire after its division, and a ruling dynasty of China established by Kublai Khan lasting from 1271 to 1368. It was a first non-Han dynasty to rule all of China proper. At its peak, this empire controlled 11 million square kilometers. Number 8. Umayyad Caliphate. Founded by Muawiyah I in 661, Umayyad Caliphate has the predecessor to the Abbasid Caliphate. Umayyad Caliphate reigned supreme in the Middle East for hundreds of years. The Caliphate stretched from Spain to Pakistan. At its height, it was 11.1 million square kilometers in size. Number 7. Abbasid Caliphate. Founded by Abul Abbas al-Safa in 750, Abbasid Caliphate was the successor of the Umayyad Caliphate, and this empire stretched from modern-day Algeria to modern-day Pakistan. The golden age of Islam had begun during the reign of the Abbasid Caliph Harun al-Rashid. At its height, the Abbasid Caliphate was 11.1 million square kilometers. Number 6. The French Empire. Foundation of French Empire was led by Napoleon Bonaparte in 1804. While smaller than the British colonial empire, the French Empire was 11.5 million kilometers square in area. At its peak, the French Empire controlled areas all the way from Vietnam to Canada, and many of the empire colonial possessions like French Guiana and Réunion are still under French control to this day. Number 5. The Spanish Empire. Foundation of Spanish Empire was led by Queen Isabella I of Castile and King Ferdinand II of Aragon in 1492. Spain is one of the first European colonizers. Spain controlled a huge overseas territories in the Americas, the Philippines, which they call the Indies, and territories in Europe, Africa, and Oceania. At its peak, a Spanish Empire weighs in an astounded 13.7 million square kilometers. Number 4. The Qing Dynasty. Founded by Hong Taizhi in 1636, the Qing Dynasty was the last dynasty in the imperial history of China. It was preceded by the Ming Dynasty and succeeded by the Republic of China. In 1820, the Qing Dynasty had an amazing 36% of the world's population within their borders. At its peak, the Qing Dynasty controlled an area of 14.7 million square kilometers. Number 3. The Russian Empire. The Russian Empire was founded by Peter the Great in 1721. It was a historical empire that extended across Eurasia and North America from 1721, following the end of the Great Northern War, until the Republic was proclaimed by the provisional government that took power after the February Revolution of 1917. While the Russian Empire only controlled 9.8% of the world's population in 1913, but the Russian Empire is the third largest empire in history, mainly due to its control over vast amounts of lightly populated tundra in the east of Russia. At its peak, the Russian Empire controlled 22.8 million square kilometers of world area. Number 2. The Mongol Empire. Founded by Genghis Khan in 1206, who quite literally conquered his entire known world. At its peak, 1 in 4 people lived within the borders of the Mongol Empire, carved out by the Genghis Khan's successor in 1270. The Mongol Empire controlled 17.8% of the world area, that is 24 million kilometers square. Number 1. The British Empire. Foundation of British Empire was led by Queen Elizabeth I in late 16th century. At the peak of its empire, British Empire controlled 24% of the world's landmass, that is 35.5 million kilometers square, and 23% of world population lived within their borders. That is why it was described as the empire on which the sun never sets, as the sun was always shining on at least one of its territories. To accomplish this amazing feat, the British Empire frequently invaded, conquered, and infiltrated countless other nations in order to colonize and annex them. But everything has its end. British Empire started to decline after 2 world wars. As it left, British Empire weakened and it bankrupt. However, there is little remains of British rule today across the globe, and it is mostly restricted to small territories such as Bermuda and the Falkland Islands, and a number of countries still have Queen Elizabeth as their head of state, including New Zealand, Australia, and Canada, a hangover of the empire.